Hi, how you doing? And welcome back to another video on the channel. What we have for you today is our preview video going into Game Week 27. I'm going to take a quick review of how my team did in Game Week 26 and then talk team selection, captaincy options and transfer advice moving forward. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, like the video. Only 48 hours between game weeks at the moment, so we've tried hard to get this video out for you and we really do appreciate all the support. Let's take a look at how my team did in Game Week 26. So as we get the team on the board, we're going to start with the goalkeepers and another 2 points for Raya. He has kept a couple of clean sheets recently, and he's the sort of keeper where if he keeps a clean sheet, you think, oh, good job I've got Raya in, plays for the best defence. And then when he doesn't keep a clean sheet, you think, oh, I've spent so much on my keeper and he's only getting me 2 points. And he has been keeping the odd clean sheet recently, just a little bit inconsistent. You would kind of hope that it was the Arsenal of last season where they just seem to be keeping clean sheet after clean sheet and it's just not working for them. But I'm not really considering on transferring him out at the moment unless when I use my wildcard in a few game weeks, we'll maybe have to see there and then. Into defence, and it was the same for Gabriel, 2 points, but Lewis Hall did get 2 assists for Newcastle. Unfortunate to concede 3 goals, or unfortunate for my FPL team, but 9 points from a cheap defender is always really welcome, and he's been doing that pretty much all season. Robinson just with the 1 point as well. You know, your cheap defenders, they get what you get, and you know, when they've been keeping clean sheets all season and scoring me points and assists, I'm more than happy for them to get the odd point here and there. So into midfield, and Salah, obviously captain again, was the right choice. Everybody else just gets 2 points, apart from Bruno Fernandes, and it just seems that, you know, when I bench Bruno, he scores points, and when I start him, he just gets 2 points like everybody else. And it's not even like his points come from open play goals where Man United are playing really well. He's on free kicks and penalties, and I know you get players in for free kicks and penalties, but I just think they're so unreliable for points, you know, those methods, that it does give him the opportunity for me to bench him. So 10 points on the bench is frustrating. Everton away on paper didn't look like the worst fixture in the world. But for me, I just thought Nwaneri would score more points against West Ham, you know, being a lot more of a forward-thinking player for Arsenal. But I think maybe in hindsight, I should have benched him and started Bruno Fernandes. Up front is where we did get a few more points. Cunha got a goal and 3 bonus. We know that he is a bonus point magnet when he gets any sort of attacking returns. Mateta got an assist and did have a goal disallowed for like the slightest offside, but it happens. Whereas Isak managed to get 2 goals for him, and that was a great return on Sunday. So for overall rank, I have dropped down 50k, and it's kind of like the story of my season where I've had some big rank rises and then about 8 weeks of small red arrows. After Friday's games where I didn't have any players playing and Brentford beat Leicester 4-0, I was actually down 150k. But it is so tight in the overall ranking so far. My mate is 9 points ahead of me, which is nothing, but he's 110k places ahead of me in the overall ranking. So it does just go to show just how close everything is. So if you are having a bit of a wobble, bit of a bad time with your FPL team, just know that everything is a lot closer than it seems to have been before. I think for me, a realistic aim from now would be top 500k. I think that's completely achievable. And then we sort of see where we go from there. I've still got a lot of chips to use. I've got my free hit, bench boost, assistant manager chip, which is another, you know, good point, is that in the last few weeks, a lot of people have been using their assistant manager chips. I've still got mine in the bank, so hopefully I can make the use of that towards the end of the season. So let's take a look at the fixtures for this game week. And as we said, it's a 48-hour window between game weeks. So please, you know, this is a sort of game week where you miss the deadline and it's so close to the end of the season, and if it goes wrong for you, you kind of just feel like giving up. So don't do that, and keep just track of your team. I think if you're watching this on Monday, sort your team out on Monday, because then if you run out of time on Tuesday with work or something, or you forget and you look at the time and you've missed it, at least your team is set how you'd want to. I think in terms of captaincy, I'll still be going with Salah. I know people, you know, maybe questioning the game against Newcastle, but I just think he's so highly owned, there's no need to go anywhere else. Parma at home to Southampton is also a good fixture. I think it's probably because it's Southampton rather than Chelsea. And I think you do have to be a little bit careful like that. You're not captaining Parma because Chelsea are playing so well. You'd be captaining Parma because Southampton are playing so bad. And yeah, they are teams to target. But I think to go against the grain and go against Salah at the moment, I mean, maybe we are getting into the area where it's worth the risk. So I think Salah for security. But if you're one of those players who's thinking, right, it's now or never, I need to sort of get my ranks sorted out, I think you can go for Palmer. He's the next best option. So my team for this game week is looking pretty good. I do have 2 free transfers in the bank, and I've got 1.5 million to spend as well. But I'm not going to spend it. I think for me, I don't really need to make any moves, and with there being a week and a half between game week 27 and game week 28, I just think maybe I'd just wait and see if there's any injuries. I've got 2 free transfers. I will have 3 then, and that just gives me a bit more flexibility moving forward. After the Southampton and Leicester games for Chelsea, I think Palmer will be coming out. Do I look at getting in Haaland? Maybe, but then all my strikers have great fixtures, even the ones that blank, have some awesome fixtures around the blank. And then Crystal Palace and Newcastle also have the double up in 32. So I'm not necessarily got an opening at striker for someone like Haaland, but there is a chance to upgrade elsewhere. Maybe I sort of, look at upgrading my defenders with a bit of the cash. Bench boost in game week 30 is on for me. The fixtures do look pretty good. So I want to have a playing goalkeeper and probably upgrade one of Bednarek or Face, depending on injury for game week 30 as well. And then I'll probably wildcard into game week 31 just to make the most of that. And hopefully we'll have, a bit more information on the double 33 and maybe double 35, I think, fixtures by then as well. So that's my thoughts moving forward. But let me know how you did. Let me know if you've got any transfer questions. Go check out the wildcard video as well. Please do subscribe. Thank you very much for listening. Hopefully you've had a good game week, and I will see you in the next one.